Tom Young, 6'1", 105 pounds, a sophomore. As we said earlier, the fourth starting quarterback for Brigham Young University this season. Young, not a big guy, Tim, so he's going to be able to move outside of that pocket a little bit. Drops right back this time. And he finds his receiver, completed the 41-yard line. Bryce Doman with a 19-yard pickup and a first down, Tim, that has got to do big things for the confidence of the quarterback, Tom Young.
That's a big throw right there. You had one-on-one coverage out. They had a nickel package.
He's three wide receivers again. The flanker screen to Drage. And Drage is pushed out of bounds near midfield at the 48.
Already you can see the confidence Tom Young has. You talked about, then he comes back and he hits Drage with a quick screen.
Quick drop so far, beneficial for Young.
4 plays, all passes.
Second down and 3. They go to the air again. This one complete to the tight end, Byron Rex. And he'll have another Cougar first down. Pushed out at the 41-yard line by Gerald McBurrows. Byron Rex, 6'2", 230-pound senior. The pass complete out to the 39-yard line that time to Matt Gay. Pardon me, that's George White. Good receiver who comes
since then. No point.
It is second down. 10 minutes to go in the first quarter. 2 tight ends for the Jayhawks. The toss to Maurice Douglas, who gets the corner. And
of the Cougars ranks 23rd nationally against the run, too. They're very aggressive. They'll run to the football.
They've had their share of defensive players that have gone on to perform in the NFL. Third down and 9. 3 wide receivers in. Hillary to pass. To the near side of the field. Complete to Rodney Harris, who's one of the favorite targets this afternoon.
Doesn't look like he's going to have enough.
And he was really miffed and puzzled as to why he tackled the Ohio State Buckeyes in the Florida Citrus Bowl. Then in the granddaddy of them all, Michigan meets Washington in the Rose Bowl. And the 8:30 New Year's night, the USF&G Sugar Bowl showcases college football's ultimate showdown. Winner take all, number 1 against number 2, Miami against Alabama. That's 8:30 Eastern time.
That's the big one.
3 wide receivers out again for Kansas. Rob LaCursey split to the near side. Harris to the far side. Hillary looks deep and now has to run. Chip Hillary escaped 2 tacklers, but then is down at the 41-yard line by Todd Huggett.
How about Brad Hunter?
Debut here at the Aloha Bowl, and this water misting system is able to lower the temperature down here by 20 degrees. And I tell you what, 80 feels a lot better than 100 down here. I bet you guys wish you had one of these in the booth.
Hey, you think you can arrange that for us, Julie?
You got it.
Julie brought her own spritzer. I saw her at dinner last night. She sprayed that thing in front of the fans.
She's got the whole package down there. Tie ball game at 7 apiece. We have 6:33 to play in the first quarter. Young hands it up, and it might be a safety. Yes, it is. The Whitecaps rolling in rhythmically on the shores of Waikiki. Look at Diamond.
Had dinner out in Waikiki.
Little caroling. First down and 10. Play action by Young, and he completes the pass to the near sideline to Eric Drage. He's pushed out of bounds. It may help him with his vision a little bit so he doesn't have to see over those offensive linemen, but you don't want to be under pressure.
Well, those numbers don't seem to match today's productivity.
They hand it off this time to Jamal Willis, who tries to turn the corner and is pushed out at the 39.
He wears that number, but he also has that same kind of gliding style. You know, he's the guy. He's carried more than 200 times this year. He's gone over 1,000 yards, 11 touchdowns, 5-yard average. They've got to get in the ball. Now, there was no wonder they were passing prior to that, because out of the 3 running plays, they only had minus 10 yards. But now that Willis picked up some, maybe that'll help the other aspects of the offense.
First down and 10 for BYU. Split back this time. And Mooley rolls out and gives Young a great block. Young puts it up for grabs at the 25, and it's complete. Tyler Anderson rips the ball away from the defender at the 26-yard line, a 34-yard pickup. Hamuli, Tim.
Blocked by Hamuli right here. Coming up, he's just going to chop right. Bang, right there. He's out of the gate. All right, now Young sees more pressure, so he's just going to throw it up. All right, now watch this. Stubblefield just throws him down to the ground and says, hey, listen, I'm taking my shot now. And then the catch by Anderson. Terrific. Comes back. The ball is up for grabs. He's
an interesting story on his own. 11:34 to play in the second quarter. Flag down. Young will get a free one here, and he completes the pass to Bryce Doman at the 40. And now down to the 35-yard line.
That's going to be a first.
Byron Rex now goes to the other side of the formation. Draw play to Kalen Hall. And Hall is down to the 28-yard line. I started to talk about second down and 4. Jamal Willis, the other half of the casino backfield. Willis turns the corner, and he's going to score. A 29-yard touchdown run for number 29, Jamal Willis.
We told you he was the guy. He's carried more than 200 times this year, over 1,000 yards. First 1,000-yard rusher since Pete Van der Valkenburg back in 1972. But watch this. Gets that great block by Hall, and then once he gets around the corner, gone.
That was a nice block. The point is good by Lauder, and now the BYU Cougars take a 14-9 lead. 10:16 to play in the first half on Christmas Day.
Took Moore and just took him right out of the play. And watch this. Hall just cuts right up inside. Now watch the moves he has. We mentioned earlier he's like a whirling dervish. Here just spins by the pursuit again, reading their momentum, and cuts back for the big game.
Split backs this time. And they hand it off again. And he fumbles it. Hamuli fumbled the ball, but BYU was fortunate to get it back. Ball is at the 12, which ended up as a gain of 3. Doman and Drage split out to the wide side of the field. Is Drage in motion. Young looks for him, but now will scramble himself. And Young is hit, not late, mind you, at the 5-yard line. Kwame Lassiter lowered the boom.
No, but it was close.
And after 4 plays in the half, BYU threatening to score. First and goal. They look to the near side of the field. Young is sacked back at the 20-yard line. Second down and 20. Second down and goal. Young completes it over the middle to the tight end, Byron Rex, who gets back 10 yards on that catch. On the play. Third down and goal. Young to pass, looking into the end zone. Otis and Sterling, touchdown! Otis Sterling, with his first catch of the afternoon, makes good on it for the touchdown.
What a great story Otis Sterling is. A walk-on, a guy that comes on, becomes a player his senior year, gets a scholarship finally, 25 catches this year. But again, Young buys time, throws it actually before the break. And Sterling, again, positions his body. And the key man, Young, watch him. This time he gets good protection. They help each other out. They give him a good pocket. Now again, he throws before the break, leads him perfectly. And Sterling's got the catch, and they move the chains.
Had some good torques as a quality program. His team leads 20-12. Split backs for the Cougars. Handed off to Hamuli. And he's stacked up at the center.
Back in the game now. He's the leading tackler with 10.
Second down and 8 to the wide side of the field. Nice catch by Drage. His forward progress will be marked at the 36.5-yard line. Charlie Bowen made.
Bryce Doman again, they say he's not that fast, but again, he's got man coverage. Look how he separates from that defender, and the ball is thrown right there. lays out for it. Boy, that was a nice play. You had Brew beaten just by a step.
Hillary on the naked bootleg. He's going to score easily. Tie ball game. There's a flag down. And after that, Rodney Harris came back on a trick play to knot it up. And it's been tight ever since.
How big has Harris been today? Harris,
backfield, split behind Tom Young, making his first start of the year. And Jamal Willis runs to the near side of the field. He's tackled. The backs are in the offset eye. Young comes back to pass over the middle. Incomplete, up for grabs, and it hits the turf. Young back to pass. Has lots of time for a change. And throws incomplete to Tyler Anderson at the short side of the field. He's on the other cornerback.
And you still have a 5-inch mismatch on that side.
George White in motion. And they come to the other side with George White. And White is out to the 47, lunging towards the first down marker, but he'll end up about a yard short. Here we go, 4th and short. The toss is to Douglas. He's got room, and he's got the first down. Murray, they toss to the short side of the field. That's Levine again. Hand walks his way for the first down. Little play action by Hillary, looking up top to Chandler. He's open, and a great recovery that time by Vic Tarleton. It's to 5 minutes on the clock. They hand it off to George White, and White is right, down to the 26. And a first down.
Aloha Bowl. That line. Only a sophomore.
Kansas, Tim, already in field goal range with the strength of Dan Eichloff's leg. This is the 13th play of the drive. Hillary under pressure, and I take that back. They may have just fallen out of range. BYU players want to see if they play conservatively here and just try and get Eichloff in field goal range. Douglas on the handoff. He's got it. 92 season. The Cougars were behind 21-7 at halftime against Wyoming. Ryan Hancock's 67-yard touchdown pass to Otis Sterling put the Cougars up for good. They went on to win 4 of their last 5 games and earn a bowl berth. Final score in that one was 31-28, and Young. He's got a man open, Doman. And here come the Cougars. Down to the 34-yard line, Kwame Lassiter stopped them at the 34, a 31-yard pickup.
That is a great. Young now 15 of 29, 262 yards.
And 1st and 10 here. 3 wideouts for the Cougars under pressure. And he gets rid of it. Incomplete for Kalen Hall, but he made a great play just to get rid of the ball.
Talk about a guy who goes to school. Young took a couple of sacks in the first half just like that one, but he's learned from it. He threw.
As the Cougars come out in a split back formation on 2nd and 10. Under pressure. And he gets away again, and it's intercepted. Bowen.
Intercepted by number 22, Charlie Bowen.